It's Sunday, January 12th in the year 2025, also known as the smartest year ever. My name's Gordy, and today we're talking about the origins of the phrase, the Real McCoy. In my head, I thought it was going to be related to the Hatfield and the McCoys, that famous dueling American families from the late 19th century, but it turns out it is not, apparently. So the Real McCoy, the phrase we toss around to mean the genuine article, the authentic thing, no imitations allowed, but where does it come from? Who is McCoy? What makes them so real? Well, there are a few theories, so buckle up, because the origin of this phrase is a fascinating blend of fact, folklore, and a dash of marketing genius, as always. One of the popular explanations for the phrase points to Elijah McCoy, a black Canadian-American inventor born in 1844. McCoy held over 50 patents, many of which revolutionized industrial machinery. His most famous invention was a self-lubricating device for steam engines, patented in 1872, which allowed trains and ships to operate more efficiently without frequent stops for manual oiling. The invention was so effective that competitors attempted to copy it, but engineers and machinists who wanted the best would insist on getting the real McCoy, ensuring they got Elijah's original design rather than an inferior knockoff. Another contender for the origin story involves a Prohibition-era bootlegger named William S. McCoy, known as Bill McCoy, and he was a rum-runner who smuggled high-quality, unadulterated liquor into the United States during the 1920s. Unlike other bootleggers, who often diluted their alcohol or sold toxic swill, McCoy prided himself on delivering the real deal. His reputation for honesty in a dishonest trade made him synonymous with authenticity, and drinkers would ask for the real McCoy to avoid getting poisoned or going blind from bathtub gin. Then there's the Scottish angle, which I think could be the lead explanation. The phrase, the real McCoy, may actually be a corruption of the Scots, the Real MacKay, first recorded in 1856 in a poem titled Dale's Halloween, published in Glasgow. The line reads, "A drappie of the Real MacKay," which means a drop of the Real MacKay, referring to high-quality whiskey. This origin is widely accepted, and the phrase gained further traction when Scottish author Robert Louis Stevenson used it in an 1883 letter writing, "He's the Real MacKay." So it was being used in letters in 1883, and so the phrase also appears 1881. James S. Bond. That's a funny name. He's James Bond before the James Bond book. My name is Bond, James S. Bond. In his book, The Rise and Fall of the Union Club, or Boy Life in Canada, where a character exclaims, "By jingo, yes, so it will be, it's the Real McCoy." As Jim Hicks says, this shows that the phrase was already circulating in North America by the late 19th century, likely blending with or evolving from the Scottish original. So, which story is true? Well, the beauty of language is that it can hold multiple truths. It's entirely possible that the phrase's popularity grew out of a combination of these origins, cementing its meaning over time as the Real McCoy. Regardless of its precise roots, the Real McCoy is a testament to the human obsession with authenticity. From industrial machines to contraband booze to a good glass of whiskey, the phrase underscores our eternal desire for the real deal. No substitutions, no knockoffs. None of that. So next time you hear it, raise a toast to Elijah, Bill, and even the McKays, because they all deserve a little credit for keeping it real. Also, thanks to my sources for keeping it real, which can be found in the YouTube description. Please rate, follow, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Tell everyone. At Smartest Year Ever on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts for the full episodes. At Smartest Year Ever on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts for that daily minute clip. In the meantime, stay curious, stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. See you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever.